So we will learn how creating a wizard using Visualforce and Apex. What is a wizard? Wizard is basically series of screens, right? So if you have multiple user interfaces, which appear one by one, that is what a wizard is. So sometimes you might have seen some wizards, online wizards, right? You set up an account on maybe on some website, or you're filling in some information, you're filling in some form. So that form might appear in multiple screens. So that is what a wizard is. So here we are going to learn how to create a wizard, how to design a wizard. Let's take a simple example for creating a wizard. I want to create a wizard which allows me. So requirement is wizard to create an account account, contact and opportunity. Okay, so I basically want to create a wizard which allows me to create account, contact and opportunity all at once. All right, so basically we will have three screens here. The first screen, or you call it three pages. The first page, we will enter account details. On the second page, we will enter the contact details. And on the third page, page number 3, we will enter opportunity details. So this is the kind of wizard which we are going to design. Alright, so there will be a wizard which takes us from page 1 to page 2 and then to page 3. And in the first page we will enter the account details. In the page 2 we will enter the contact details. Page 3 we should enter the opportunity details. Page 4 we should have a review page, review and save. So in page 4 we should have a review option where we review all the details and then finally save the details. Alright, so that is what we are actually going to do. Alright, so let's do this. So this wizard should have 4 pages. Right, so first of all, what you do to create a wizard kind of a thing, you just determine what is the process, what is the kind of a flow chart. Alright, and then based on that you just design the number of pages which are required. So in this case we have 4 pages which are required, right? So pretty simple. First of all, what I'll need to do is I'll just need to go ahead and create 4 pages. So 4 Visualforce pages will be required. Let me just log in into Salesforce and create those 4 pages. So it's a very simple thing actually, if we start thinking step by step, it's something very simple. Alright, so first thing which we are going to do is we are going to create those 4 pages. So we just put apex slash name them whatever you want. I will name them page 1, page 2. So make sure that you create the pages first. Page 1 is created, then go ahead and create page 2. That is also created. Page 3 created. Page 4 done. So right now we have 4 different pages ready. Okay, The next thing that we'll need to do is we'll start writing the code. So we'll create a class and we'll write the code there. All right. So for code, what we do is we will just go to develop Apex classes, write an Apex class for it. Okay. So write a public class, give it some name, let's call it wizard class. And then we will put so this is a class, this is a code where we will need to enter three records: one account, one opportunity, one contact. So I should define three as objects first. Account A equals, okay, let's just be account A, contact C, opportunity O. Okay, so three as objects we have defined. So these are the ones which we are going to insert. All right. Then I need three get methods for all these three. All right. Three as object variables we have defined. We need three get methods. So let me define public get A. All right. So just don't worry about this line. Okay, I'll use this line later. I'll explain you the logic also later, why I've written this line number 7. So just don't worry about this. There's a simple get method, something which we have been writing so far, the same way I have written a get method. I've just written one extra line of code. Why I have written this, I will just show you, once I show you the example working. All right. Same way you need to write get method for opportunity and contact. So let's write it. Public contact get C if C equals null, C equals new, contact return C, public opportunity O, get O, O equals null, O equals new, opportunity. Return null. All right. So we have defined three get methods, one for each variable that I have defined. All right, that's fine. Now the next thing that I need to do is I need to define the methods, page reference methods, which will take me to certain pages, to the pages. We'll have to do a lot of navigation from page 1 to page 2, from page 2 to page 3, right? So you need to define page reference method to get into the pages, right? So for that as you know, page reference method is something which can redirect you to a page. We usually say return null, but this time we are not going to say return null. We are going to put the page number. Okay. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, is that an issue with everyone?
I can hear you, Ji. This is Rona.
Anju, can you hear me now? How about others? Others can hear me?
I can.
Sonu can. How about others? Yeah, so I think there's some issue with the Anju's system. She has already logged out, that's fine. Okay, so now we are going to define page reference methods. Okay, so 4 page reference methods, one for each page, you know, to redirect to the each page. So let's write it like page reference, call it page 1. So this is the method which will take me to page 1, and it's very simple. Return page dot page 1. That's it. Fine. So earlier we for refreshing the page, what we used to do, we used to say null. Null brings you to the same page, but this action method can take you to page 1 from any page. Wherever you are, you use this action, it will take you to page 1. Similarly, I'll create for page 2, page 3, page 4. So let me just type it so that you get better understanding. So write another page reference method, call it page 2, and this should return page 2. So return page dot page name, whatever page name. So my page name is page 2. Go for this thing, public page reference page 3, return page dot page 3, public page reference page 4, return page dot page 4. Right. So there are 7 methods in total. 3 get methods for returning the value of those. Just 1 second. I think Anju is still facing problem. Okay, so 7 methods, right? 3 get methods and 4 page reference methods. Now let's go to the page and start building the page. All right. Let's go to the page and start putting content in the page. Wizard class. Okay, so that's the name of the class. Let me go to the page 1. So what is that I have to do on page 1? I have to enter the details of account. So you can simply go to page 1 and say so because we are dealing with multiple records here, we are actually trying to save multiple records through this page. So standard controller is completely out of scope because standard controller limits you to one object, right? And we are actually planning to save records in different objects. So the only option that we had was custom controller, and that is what we have created, right? So sorry, name of the controller is this. And then we put the code here. So we create an Apex page block, give it a title, enter account details here, okay, and I can have an Apex page block section also here, collapsible equals false and columns equals 1, and then we will just put the input fields. Sorry. So value can be a dot name, so whatever fields you want to allow to be entered, those fields can be provided. Industry, phone, fax. Okay, it needs a form component, so let me put a form tag. Right. So here we have this, right? The account name and the type and the industry. So all the details can be entered here, right? So your new account name and stuff can be entered here. Now what do I need? After this, after entering this information, I need a next page button which will take me to page 2, right? This I'm on page 1.
Jeet, I have a question. Can I ask? So A is in our class, we've declared A as an account. That is correct, right? Where is it getting its UI component, because we are using a custom class, a custom controller, right? So when I say in a standard controller, it will go and look at the UI component of the accounts and say, okay, hey, this is how I'm going to display the names and everything. In this scenario, how does it? I mean, how does it know which UI, like what should be the look and feel of the account, or you see what I mean?
No.
Or where is it looking from the class to say, hey, you're looking at
No,
account?
from the S object. So this is account.
Okay, got it. Sorry, I understand. Thank you.
Right.
Okay. Yes. So these are objects. Okay.
Yeah, from it all gets it from the S object, right? So this is an S object variable, not a normal one, right? So I have created the interface for entering the information. After entering the information, what will the end user do? He will click on the next button, right, to go to page 2. So for that, what we need to do is we just need to create a button here. Apex page block button, Apex command button, value can be next page, and the action can be, so what should be the action, which action should I use here? The one which takes me to the page 2, right? So out of these 4, which action should I use? Which method should I call there? Page 1, page 2,
4.
Why
Oh,
page 4?
sorry, page 2. Page 2.
Right.
Sorry.
Because I want to go to page 2 from here. So my action should be page 2. So clicking on next will take me to page 2. So I've done, I'm done with this part, entering account details. This is what I need on this page. All right. Let's go and build the page 2. So page 1 is ready. Now let's go and similarly create page 2. So put the details in the page 2. So same way, same thing, no difference. Controller should be the same wizard class. Fix, and then
Form component.
form component is important because we'll use input field, then page block table, page block. This is the one where I'll enter the contact details, right? So you just say enter contact details, apex page block section, collapsible equals false, columns equals 1, and I would put apex input fields for contacts. Value should be c dot first name okay. So first name, last name, email, phone, and fax. All right. So the other page is created, which where we'll fill in the details of the contact. So my second page is also ready. I will create button. So in this case, I need two buttons. One for the next page, one for the previous page. Because on page 1 there was no previous page, but this case I have two buttons required. One that allows me to go to the previous page and the other one which allows me to go to the next page. So first button should be a previous page button. And action for that should be page 1, right? From page 2, previous page will be page 1, right? And
Yes.
the next page will be page 3. So that's it. Previous page, next page. This is how it is. We are okay on this. Done. Same way, go and create page 3. So the page 3, in page 3 we are gonna enter opportunity details. So let's go ahead and put the controller, wizard class, apex form, apex page block, enter opportunity details, apex page block section. So this is for opportunity, so I should put opportunity name here, o dot name. What all fields are there in opportunity I should put here. Let's say name, close date, stage name, amount, and tell me one more field from opportunity.
Start date.
Oh, there is no start date. Okay. Let me just go and see. New opportunity when we create. Type. Okay. Stage name, amount, close date. Let's say type. Alright. So I've created the page for opportunity also. There are 5 fields that are available here. Same way I'll create 2 command buttons, previous page and the next page. So next page block buttons. Next command button. Previous page action. So in this case, previous page is page 2, right? And next page is page 4. Sorry. Alright, so 3 pages have been created and all 3 of them are connected. So let's see how we are moving from page 1 to page 3. Is it working? So once you are on page 1, let's say your account name is IBM Limited, type is competitor, industry is technology, whatever, phone number something. Next page takes you to page number 2 for contact details, right? Next page, opportunity name, close date, stage name, amount, type. Oh, here it should have been next page. So anyway, home. Next page takes you to page 4, right? So page 4 is for the review. So are we clear on all the logics that we have discussed so far? How are we moving from page 1 to page 3 and to the page 4, right? Now we just have to understand what are we going to do on the page 4. Page 4, my requirement is it should be a review page, review and save. There are 2 things I need. For review, I can just give, I can create input fields or output fields, whatever I want. So this is a review of all of them. So page 4 ideally should have everything. Here it is. So on page number 4, all the same controller, And so this is a page number 4. Controller equals wizard class, whatever controller we have been using, we'll use the same controller. Okay, now this will need to have all the details displayed, whatever we have entered, so that we can quickly review. So I'll go to page 1. Take the details from here. I'm gonna copy it and put it here. Buttons are not required, so I'll remove the buttons. Apex form component is required. So page 4 first of all should have all the account details, but on review page I don't want these to be as input fields. These should appear as output fields, because I just want them to be available for review, not for input. So instead of input field component, use the output field component. That's it. That's it. So now the data will be displayed. It will not be editable, or you cannot insert the data from here. It's a review page. If you want to edit the data, go back to that particular page and edit that. Okay. So that's there, and title also I'll change. Review account details. I'll make it. Okay. So same way I will create another page block for contact, so that contact details can be reviewed. Review contact details, and I just have to write C first name, C dot last name, C dot email, C dot phone, and C dot fax. Okay, so the other section is for reviewing the contact details. So review account details, review contact details, and I will copy paste this entire thing once again for opportunity detail review. So should be O dot name, O dot amount, O dot close date, O dot stage name, and O dot type. Fine. So the fourth page has a review section. Along with the review section, in case I want to make some changes, that it should allow me to go back to that particular page and edit it also, right? So inside this page block, I will create Apex page block buttons and put a button, or instead of this, let's have just one at the top and one at the bottom. So let me create a button which will allow me to go back to the account detail page, right? So I should create a command button. Value can be edit account, and this should take me to page 1 because that is where I can edit the account details. Same way, just copy for contact, for opportunity, and 1 will be the save button. Save button, I'm not putting any action here as of now, but edit account, edit contact will take me to page 2, edit opportunity will take me to page 3. So after you review, you have this option of clicking on edit account, edit contact, edit opportunity. So same thing, I'm basically just adding some more navigation so that the end user can directly, go from here to the account page and do the editing. That's it, right? There's one more button which is the save button. So far everything is simple, clear. There's just one more action which I need, which is the save action, save all. So far we have not saved anything, we are just displaying the data. So there should be one more method which will perform the save action. Okay, so save action will be done here. We should define one more page reference, public page reference. This is for saving the data. This is a method that I am defining for saving the data. Call it save all. So what this method should do, first of all, it should return null. It should not take me to some other page. It should return back to the same page. But it should insert a. So simple thing. What do I want this action button to do? I want this to insert a, to commit the data into the database. Okay, insert C and insert O. This is what I want this save action to do. But if I do this, if I say insert A, insert C and insert O, then what would happen? These 3 records will be inserted as 3 independent records. So there will be no connect between the account which is created and the contact which is created. So I also want to make sure that the contact which is being created is created under the account that is inserted, right? So for that, what we have to do, we just have to go and say c.account id equals a.id. So first of all, a account is inserted into the database. The moment A is inserted, it gets an ID. ID is generated for that. I assign that ID to the c.account ID. So c.account ID is the field on the contact, right? So I assign that value and then insert C. So now the contact which is created gets created under this account. Make sense? So that is what we are trying to do, right? If you skip this line, then what will happen? The account which is created and the contact which is created, there will not be any relationship between them. So the code is pretty simple. I am first inserting A. The moment account is inserted, it will generate an ID for that record, right? And then what I do is I insert the contact. I assign the account ID to the contact from the account ID of A, right? Same way, before you insert opportunity, you just have to say o.account ID equals a.id. That's it. Alright, so this is what we have to do. So this is my save operation. It saves all the data and returns null, which means keeps you on the same page. It does not go to any other page. Okay, so that's there. Now let me just turn it off. Yeah. I'll talk about this. Give me a minute. I'll talk about this if concept also. Now let me just put it. So are we clear on whatever we have discussed so far? Everyone is okay? the save action. So the save action just needs to be called here on the save button. The save all button will call the save action. Action equals save all. That's it. So start from page 1. Okay. So start from page 1, enter the data for account, let's say whatever data we are entering. Go to next page. Alright. Now enter the data for the contact. Just look into this, what I'm doing, just try to follow this. This is very important thing. I have entered the account data and the contact data. Then I again go to the next page. Okay. When I came to the opportunity page, I realized that I missed something on the account page. I need to enter. I go to the previous page. I have an option of going to the previous page. Okay. Now you cannot move out of this page till the time you do not provide the values to this opportunity. So you just give some value here, the required values. Okay. So when I come to the contact page, when on the previous page I come to the contact page, whatever data I entered is there, right? You go to the opportunity page, it's not there. Go to the previous page, contact data is there, but account data is also missing. Again, my account data is also not here. So I entered some information, but by the time I move into the other page, this thing is gone. Okay, why this is happening? Because you have not put this line here. So this line basically talks about a simple stuff. If A equals null, then consider A equal as a new account. Okay, but if it is not null, then don't make it a new account. So usually if you define A equals new account here, then what will happen? Every time the page is loaded, the moment you move from page 1 to page 2, it will reset the value of account A to new account, right? Which we don't want to do because we are moving from one page to the other page, and the data which has been entered for the account, I want to retain that. Correct? So if you don't write this, that only if it is null, then only you assign it as a new account. Otherwise, carry forward the data or the values for that particular record, whatever have been mentioned. Okay? Simple stuff. We understand this? Okay. So now what we have to do? For opportunity, O equals to new opportunity, this is also fine. Now I'll just need to save this. Now you enter the account details, IBM Limited, go to, and only the mandatory fields are required here. You can leave the other fields, but I'm just entering value for everything. Let's go to next. The information is still here. Now if I go to the previous page, see the information is still here, right? It does not get reset and stuff like that. Opportunity is getting okay. If O equals null, O equals new opportunity.
return 0 and return O or G.
Sorry.
In public opportunity get O, after which return should be O, I guess.
Return. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Sorry. Right. So now you just enter some data here. Enter the values. Okay. See, this is the review page where you can review account details. This is the information on account. As of now, there is no data which has been committed to the database. Nothing has been saved. It's all on the user interface, right? Stored locally. So IBM Limited, customer, industry, this contact information is here. All the details related to opportunity is here. If you are okay, click on save all. This will insert the account, then insert the contact, and then insert the opportunity. So that is what we have defined the action for save all. If you want to edit something, you can just go to edit account, right? If you want to give better navigations, what you can do is on the account page, you can again have a button directly which can directly take you to the review page. So if you go back to account and you do not want to come through the contact and opportunity pages, you can just have one review page button also on the account page. That can be done. Let's just do a save all. Okay. So there was a custom validation error for opportunity, right? Which could not save the details. So you just have to make sure that the validation rules are taken care of. Review, click on save all. Right, so it saves all the details and returns you to the same page. So if you see the same page, don't think that the save action has not happened. It has happened because we have said return null. That is the reason why it takes me to the same record. See, IBM Limited has been got created. There is an account with the name IBM Limited. Under that account, I have a contact called Jeet Singh and I have an opportunity also created. So this wizard is working absolutely fine. Okay, please let me know if anyone has a question or doubt on this. So this way you can create a lot of wizards which where the data can be entered partially. Yeah.
Can I write a code in, for example, in the place of phone number, if at all the customer is not, by mistake he has not provided 10 digits, so can we show an error message at that place?
Sorry, what is that?
We created a page and we are asking a customer to give his details. Okay, in the case of phone number, customer by mistake he gives only 9 numbers instead of giving 10 digits.
Yeah, that can be done using validation. You can write validation also. You can write expression to do that. Count the length of that, convert the number into a string, and then just count the length of it and see if it is more than 10. Then throw a validation error. That can be done.
Yeah.
So for that you don't need a code actually. With a formula expression it will work.
Okay. And in the account which we have created, like page 1, 2, 3, 4. So in the preview, in the page 4 preview, we copied the codes of 1, 2, 3 page, and we are putting in page 4. So is it mandatory like we have to put it in an order? For example,
No.
opportunities. In opportunities, the fields are like name, type, and in something else, right? In opportunity.
You don't have to put it in the same order. It's not mandatory. I think in opportunity we have actually followed a different order also, and it worked fine, right? So we don't have to follow that order. Not required.
Okay. That's
All right. So any other questions on this? Any other doubt? All right. So if there are no other questions, I think we are good for today. Just